Okay. Hi, guys. So, it has been a while. I was on briefly. Well, briefly. Briefly, I guess, was over an hour, huh? Last week? Was it last week that I was on? But it's been a while since I've been on regularly. I'm going to try to start coming back regularly. My next thing, hopefully, I got to talk to Hexen to see when he's available. But is my interview with Hexen. So I want to keep up with my admin interviews until they're done because I think they were really great. Hello, hello. And then we'll be starting back on Tarot Tuesdays. So very soon we'll be starting Tarot Tuesdays back. So hello, hello. All right, let's see where we're at. Long hair, skinny eye toe. Hello, Book Lioness. Hello, Jolene. Hi. Stephen, hi. Christine, hi. Shauna, hi, sweetheart. Bob, hello, my Bob. So I have to tell you guys, I have several things to show you. And one of them is this, which I put on the back of my chair so I wouldn't forget. There's a new group called Wish Witches, I think it's called. Isn't it, you guys? Those of you who are in it, let me know. And it's a great group. I'm really excited to start doing my wishes. Isn't that beautiful? Bob got me that from Wish Witches. There's a group on Facebook called Wish Witches, I think it's called. And is such a great group for right now. I'm really excited to be in this group that really shows about gratitude. And it is for witches, and you drop your Amazon wish list onto this group. And people are gifting things that they have or things that they can afford to gift other people. I cannot wait. I haven't gotten paid regularly when I have been a little crazy. But I will be gifting a couple people soon. I have a couple things that I have kind of set aside that I can't wait to be able to do. But I've gotten a couple wishes now. And Bob got me that. Isn't that awesome? Right? It's called Wish Witches, and it's on Facebook. And I will share their link in our group, or if somebody has it, if they would share the link in our group. It's to me it's about gratitude, and it is such a wonderful thing that that people are doing to just lift spirits, and what an awesome time to lift people's spirits. It's been really enjoyable. Enjoyable, is that even a word? I love that. To me to just watch all the wishes, and then I've even gotten a couple myself. So this is the other wish, and of course I have to have this on my wish list, right? Because I am Mama Squirrel. So this is the other one that Bob gave me because look at, yay! So he doesn't stand, so I have to wear him on a necklace, which I'm guessing may not be appropriate work attire, even for my work. We'll have to see. It depends on the time frame and who's there. I love him. I just love him. That is divine masculine right there. Divine masculine, that's him. So Bob got me my divine masculine, which I love. Thank you, Shauna. I so appreciate it. I adore my divine masculine. And he was on my wish list. And of course, Bob got me. I love him. Absolutely. Yes. So, right? It's just been there. It would not let me do it. Yeah. So I just, what a great kind of group to have to spread joy. It always reminds me of, spread joy, y'all. So it's been great to watch. The other thing that I actually got not yesterday. I'm behind on my mail, guys. Our mail is on the side of our house here. And if the packages fit in the mailbox, they don't drop it off on the porch. So I have to remember to like actually check the mailbox, and I've been bad about it. So this was actually a couple days ago, and I didn't get it till yesterday, I think. But is someone from there, his name is Daniel, got me the crystal reading cards, which I really like. And that's one of the decks I'll be showing today. I didn't even realize that there's runes on there. I wonder if there's runes on the deck that I didn't notice at all. So since I have been moving for a couple weeks, I have gotten quite a few decks, and I'm thinking I probably forgot a couple is my guess, but I can't really remember what ones have been new. So I figured I'd come on and do a video with a whole bunch of them on here to try to catch up a little, hopefully. And get them all out of the way at once and hopefully, be caught up. I hope. Yes, Mons Tarot is one of them. Yes, I got it. Mons Tarot is out. And as a matter of fact, I was going to start with the independent decks, and that's one of the independent decks. So I have all of the links, either the Amazon links if they're mass market decks. I have my link, which will, give me a couple pennies when you buy from Amazon through my link. It does not cost anything to you. But here is the link to find, hopefully, maybe, yes, the monster. Oh boy, I hope you find it. Bob helped me to organize my decks the other day. Bob and Ben came over and helped me organize decks and some crystals and a couple books, and I still have a long way to go, guys. So you'll have to bear with me. I won't be back as much as I normally would until I kind of settle in a little bit. But I'm getting there. We're getting there. A little bit at a time, right? So, Mons Tarot. This is the second edition. I believe it's the second edition. Where is my glasses? Here they are. And so it just came out, although it still is listed as a pre-order because I'm sure she's still getting all the Kickstarter decks out. I backed it on Kickstarters. Did I? I did not, Shauna. I was saying the other night I found the draft for the card, but I haven't found the card yet. So I'm wondering if it's packed in with stuff, and I have kept all kinds of papers thinking that maybe it's in the midst of papers. So I'll let you know. I found the draft for it though. So this is Joanna Nelson. She did the Mons Tarot. She did, oh, thank you, Deb. I've had these for a while. It's funny when you move, you start pulling stuff out and you're like, do I want this? Do I want this? And then you remember you have stuff. She did the Whispering Spirits deck. She did that really cute cat one. And I think Ben is right. I actually am going to be reading with this one, I think. Hi, Finesse. It's good to see you, sweetie, again. I saw her today on our Mystic Dragons Lair Nooner. So the Mons Tarot, again, I love the push to go to hard boxes. Love it. Yes, I can do that. Absolutely, Shauna, I will, for sure. Here's the little book. Hi, Shamara. How are you? I love her cute little drawings and stuff are just really cute. Spent all my blood on goodies. We had a great show today. If you guys don't know, Tuesday afternoons at noon, I do a crystal show for Mystic Dragons Lair on their Facebook page called Nooners with Mama Squirrel. And we sell crystals and tarot decks and oracle decks sometimes and some other things, spiritual goodies. So it's a typical book. I probably won't look at it very much. It's a great book, though, if you are a book reader, you know, a tarot book reader. This is the back of the cards, which is really cute. And I do have to say, I really like this deck. I do think that it's possible that I might use this deck quite a bit. Sorry I missed you this afternoon. It's okay, Shauna. I understand. Actually, I can't wait, Shauna, until your, who is it? Your sister or Pat's sister? It must be your sister. Gets her box, because there's a surprise in there for you and Pat. And I've been waiting for you guys to get it, and I was excited to be able to send it, and I didn't have to wait till you guys sent your box. So there's an extra major card, which is called the Luminary. Yes, your sister Christine, that's it. Sean, I got the really big lab heart. Yes, and the Labradorite Chief Indian skull, which was great. It'll be good for tough readings or inner child. Yes. So much inner child work will be great. And also for children's readings, you know. Some people don't believe in reading for children. I think that's hogwash. But if it works for you, if it works, right? So, and the selenite skull, yes. And, and the pretty, the gorgeous Mookite one that Bob recommended. So here's the Fool. Yeah, it's Mookite. And again, here's the link for the Mons Tarot. It's in pre-order status, but she should be starting to send out as soon as she's done with the Kickstarter campaign. Look at the Magician. Oh, they are so cute. So I will say, too, I'm going to give you an idea of the flavor of all of these decks, but I'm not going to go through all of them because I have a lot of decks to show you. So Austin will do readings for you. That's right. I have a lot of decks to go through. Cassie gets the blood of my firstborn. So I want to give you the flavor and the feel for all of these decks, but you won't be seeing every card of the decks. They are pretty big cards. I have big hands and they're pretty big, but I will say all of her decks are this big, and I don't know what it is. I don't have too hard a time. They're a little bit maybe on the thinner side, although they hold up very well. So maybe that's it, that I have an easier time shuffling them. I don't have a hard time, but I do have big man hands, don't forget. So I don't know, those of you who have smaller hands and know her decks, if you can tell me if you have a harder time. But here's Justice. The Hermit, this is one of my favorites. I love the Hermit card. Hi, honey. I love the candle on his head, and the lantern that he's holding is a lightning bug. I just adore that Hermit. So cute. Love this one. The Wheel of Fortune. Right? This is an independent deck. Strength is so cute. The Hanged Man. Super cute. And Death is so cute. Temperance. And let's see, I will show a couple others and then we will move on, just because I'm going to look specifically for my Nine of Swords because I really liked that one. I just love the vibe of your room. Aw, thank you. Hi, Estelle. I'm so lucky I get 2 doses of you guys today. Right? I know, my altar up here. I do like my room. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in here yet because if I turn the camera around, I don't know, actually most of it is on the floor. I don't know if you could see it. But it's still kind of full of stuff that I have to get rid of. But I'm going to love this room. So, Oh, I adore the Ten of Swords. This is one of my favorite Ten of Swords cards I've seen in a long time. And look at, I love because the little guy here is giving back. Now here he's in the worst time of his life, right? Or one of the worst times. And here he's got this little guardian Jiminy Cricket guy giving energy back to him. It's okay, buddy. We'll get through this together. Here we go. I love that. That, you know, don't give up. This is the worst it can get, but it's going to get better from here. You have people pulling for you. I love that interpretation. Love it. Love it. Time to come help get your room ready, right? I'm telling you. I know you guys are off anytime you want to come. I'm working on it this week. I am. Okay, so that's the Mons Tarot. Super cute deck. I'm going to show, I have not showed, this is not a new deck, but this is a deck. I have the Goddesses and Sirens deck, and this is the Gods and Titans version. I use these a whole lot for altar cards when I need certain gods and goddesses. So this is, there's my link. If you buy on Amazon from my link, I do get a couple cents from it. It's not a whole lot. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just my link. So this is Stacy DeMarco, who also has, I did bring out the Goddesses and Sirens just so you could see some of the goddesses if you wanted to. Yes, Demeter is in it. Not in this one because this is the Gods version. But I did want to show some of the God cards because I had not shown these before. Odin. I love having the, I don't think so. Thomas and hello. We'll have to see, but I don't think so. I love being able to have some of the cards, the gods, to put on my altar when I'm working with them. And I really like the interpretations that they've done for these. Anubis, Apollo, Aries. Come on. You know you wanna. How are you, Thomas? I miss you. Fame. Cernunnos, who I love this version of Cernunnos. Love, love, love. I think he looks amazing here. And they make incredible altar cards. Dionysus. Icon is, yeah, quite obscure. Not one that you see on a normal basis for sure. Eros. Ganesh. Thank you again for my Scully. So beautiful. Oh, I'm telling you what, Finesse. You are going to love that selenite Scully. Love. Garuda. I crush on Anubis, right? And Kukulan. Oh, love him. Green Man. Woo, he's a hottie. Hades. Helios. Okay, I did say I wasn't going to go through all of these. Hermes, Hypnos, Jade Empire, Jizo, Loki. All right, I kind of have to show Loki, right? The Trickster. Ah, now I have some of them upside down. Gosh, I hate that. All right, I got to fix that. There we go. Hermes, Loki, Lou, Which, guess what, guys? The next Sabbath is Lunasa, where we will be celebrating Lu. What do they say for him? Skill. Awesome. I hate when they say Lu the sun god, because he really is not known as Lu the sun god to those who follow him. He's much more about all different skills and all different skill sets. We'll tell a story about him. I'm sorry I didn't get to my Litha video. I was on the phone with Dana's husband. Talking about Dana, who really could use your energy, guys. She's going through a really hard time. Tomorrow is her scan, so if you would, send some energy for her scan. Hi, Amethyst. How am I enjoying my new home? I'm loving it. Loving it. It's a lot of work still. I've got a lot left to do, but I do like it a lot. Poseidon. Steven. He's a Poseidon follower. Prometheus. Ra. Which he's gorgeous. Yes, you did. Yes, Thomas. He was in there. Set. Shiva. Thoth, Typhoon, Ul, Vishnu, Vulcan, and Zeus. So some great gods in there. Again, here is, thank you. It's actually a whole dress, but you can't see that it's a whole dress because I'm sitting. There's the gods and titans. I will go through really quickly. I'm not going to go through all of the god or goddesses, but I will just so you can see some of the goddesses here. Hi, little dandelion. So the goddesses and sirens, part of this equation here. And I'll give you my link for the goddesses and sirens. You use this link to, and then afterwards I will link all of these in the down bar, just so you know. The goddesses and sirens deck does all the goddesses. Well, not all of them, obviously. And these are not in order because I've been using them for a long time. I've had these for a long time. Valkyries. Freya. I like the style of artwork here. Vesta. What's your earrings? Isis. See Isis on there? Gotta love it. Or it might be Mayat with the feather. The feather is on there. It is Mayat. Hey, hey. Amaterasu. I totally butchered that one. That's totally not how you say that. I can't remember. I know it's not the way I just did it, though. Rhiannon. White Buffalo Woman. Love her. Look how powerful she is. How complimentary they are. Yes, I would definitely use them in the same reading. As a matter of fact, I may add them into one big deck together. They're the goddesses, the backs are a little bit different than the gods. The gods are a little bit more bronzy and these are a little bit more gold. But yes, they absolutely can be together. Morgan Le Fay, they're very complimentary. Oya. Hi, Ed. Baba Yaga. Great, great, great for altar cards. There's Sekhmet, who I have used specifically on my altar. Sekhmet. Bast. Yamaya. Oh, how gorgeous is that? With the wave coming up. Oh, that's just beautiful. Helen of Troy. Kali. I love that they have Kali in all of her greatness here. She is very powerful, and I like when they show that. This is Goddesses and Sirens by Stacey DeMarco. Hathor, Boudica, Gaia, which is a great Gaia interpretation. Imagine Gaia and the Green Man right next to each other. Or you could pull a card from each deck to get the God and Goddess energy for the situation. That'd be great. Need to make an altar space again. Yes. Oh, I hear ya. Aphrodite, Hera, Hecate, which of course she's behind me, so I kind of have to show her. I like that they have shown Hecate for once not in her crone phase. Not that, I don't adore her crone phase, but she is not always in crone. So I like that sometimes they show her not in crone phase. Pele, Artemis, who was one of the first goddesses that I worked with also. Athena, Katash, Power, the Muses, Persephone. Love her. I love they are showing Persephone once again. Sometimes they try to downplay that Persephone had quite a bit of power, and when she went to Hades, she may have been scared at first, but then she fell in love with Hades. When she went to the underworld, then she fell in love with Hades and happily ruled the underworld with him. So she's very powerful also. Kuan Yin, Ixchel, Isis, Andromache. That's one I'm not fully familiar with. She's damn powerful. Jeanne d'Arc, Lilith. Love my Lilith. I've worked extensively with her. I know, I'm almost sure Demeter is in here. Hang on. Sheila Nagig. I love her. Very appropriate to have her crone face. Mayat, my matron goddess. Newt. I know, they are great. Eostra, the goddess that Easter was named after, Ostara. Brigide, amazing. The Sirens. Lakshmi and Pomona. I thought for sure Demeter was in here, but I am wrong. Unless I have her card on something else. It's possible. Yes, so that is the Goddesses and Sirens. Here is the link for the Goddesses and Sirens deck. Yes. I absolutely love them. I'm telling you, Finesse, I'm almost sure that maybe it's a different Demeter. I'll let you know. I have a great Demeter card. And let me look through my Goddesses decks and let you know which ones have Demeter in it. Because I have quite a few with Demeter. Specifically with Demeter. This is the... They are both great, Ed. If you look back, the right before that, I did the Gods and Titans deck, which very closely matches it. It's just the Gods one, and it is great. So if you like that Goddesses and Sirens one, the Gods and Titans one is the male version of that, and it's awesome. This is the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards. Once again, guys, I have found another deck. This was from that Wish Witch list. And Daniel gave me it. It has a great book. I normally am not a fan of crystal decks. I usually do not feel the energy good enough. Daniel Crabtree is the awesome person who gifted me this deck. These are the backs. But this is About time we got affiliate links on the mod file. I know, we're getting there. We're putting our place up for sale just to test out the water, so altars have to go so as not to freak out potential buyers. Oh, I'm sorry, Rowena. I had a hard time, you know, putting my Scullies away to pack and all that kind of thing. Facebook link for the witchy wish list. It is back a little bit. If somebody could post that, that'd be great. I do like this deck. Has the keywords at the bottom. It's glossy. That's the only downside to me, is I really wish people would continue with the matte finish. It is a glossy deck, but they're gorgeous images, and I do feel the keywords seem really good. I don't mind the keywords at all, and they seem to go along with the crystal for me. So amethyst is meditation. Amazonite, life purpose. And they are gorgeous images of the crystal. So, and then there's specific cards, and we'll get to them, that are master healers or something like that. Black obsidian is the shadow. Here it's called Master Teacher card, Ancient Wisdom Crystal. So you see the indents here of the triangles, which are called record keepers. And there's ancient wisdom hidden in record keepers. It's awesome if you can find them on quartz. It's more rare. Rubies tend to have record keepers on them. Seen some people spray glossy cardstock with matte spray. I have heard, honey, that does hold up pretty well. If you follow, what's the Facebook group that does deck mods? It's like tarot mods or tarot modification or card modification, something like that. And they talk about that spray, and I just am such a pussy. I'm afraid that I would screw it up. Awakening crystal, emotional healing. So you see all the little faces that are facing the same direction, so the reflection goes on all the tiny little faces here. That is called an awakening crystal, and if you meditate with that encourages your spiritual awakening. So I like that there are cards in here that tell you about some of these different kinds of formations of the crystals that can help you with different aspects of your spirituality. I love that. Kyanite, blue kyanite. This says letting go. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Letting go. That is not my favorite thing about blue kyanite. My favorite thing is that it clears, cleanses, and reactivates all of your chakras. But it certainly does allow for letting go too. Boji stones for balance. Estelle, yes, thank you, Leanne, I appreciate it. I missed listening to you. Just found my collection of antique skeleton keys. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. Hubby is now saying, let it go, let it go. Brazilianite for flexibility. Calcite, relaxation. And again, I keep forgetting. I'm going to try not to go through all of the cards because we'll be here forever. But citrine. Cacoxenite. Look at that gorgeous piece of cacoxenite. Oh, I almost brought out the cacoxenite for today's nooner, but there was already so much on the table that I thought, no, I don't want to do that too. Crystallite, cuprite, diopside, dioptase. Here's the Divine Temple. Here's another Master Teacher card. This helps you connect to Source. And you see how it looks like a mountain? And there's several points here, and it kind of builds and builds and builds. And then at the top is like this mountain formation. That is called the Divine Temple. And it helps you connect to the source. So whatever you deem that source, for me, that's the universe. The universe itself is my source. For some people, it's God. For some people, it's goddess. For some people, it's a specific god or goddess. For some people, it's self, the divine self. Tarot with scissors. Yes, thank you, Leanne. You are the best. You are the best. I don't know. Leanne, you rock, sweetie. Yes. Swear I need to take a Tuesday off just to watch one of your nooners. We have so much fun, don't we, you guys? I'm telling you, we had a ball today. Just showing all the goodies and talking about what they all mean, and we have a ball. Fairy stone, I love these. Now, the last time we showed these, Mystic Dragon's Lair has some of these, and we did not sell a whole lot. So I think I might do a whole video soon on what fairy stones, fairy concretions, I'm not saying that right. I'm having a stroke. Fertility, that's one of the things they are good for. That is not what I use them for, but that is one of the things they're good for. Fire agate, fluorite, hematite, herkimer, hedenite, red jasper. Look, Bob, your favorite. Concretion. Was I saying it right? It doesn't sound right when I say it out loud. Fairy concretion. Concretion. It just doesn't sound right. I have a couple fire agates. Kunzite is good for self-love. Lapis. Libyan gold tektite. He chucked that card across the room. You're saying it right? Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't sound right to my ears. It sounds like I'm not saying it right. Malachite for healing. Moonstone helps you to appreciate the cycles of life. Morganite, relationship healing. So this is a great deck, you guys. And there is, how many cards in this? 56. 56 cards. Hexen, hello, my love. Numite is a great healer. Opal. I'm trying to find any more of the master. Here we go. Master teacher. Soul connection crystal. So see, this says, I call them twins. Twin flames. See how there's several that connect together. And that's a soul connection crystal. And it will help you, see the lovers, it will help you to find your twin flame and to recognize your twin flame. Love me some red jasper. So I just love, this is one of those decks that is rare for me anyways. Normally crystal decks, I don't normally get along with crystal decks, and I don't know why. Sometimes it's the keywords, they don't connect with me to what I feel like the stone is. Sometimes it's the images. I don't know, but this is one of those rare decks that I actually like, the crystal decks. I have quite a few now, which is surprising. Very surprising. Mists of Avalon Oracle. This is the next one I'm going to be going over. What deck is it, Rochelle? You just bought your first crystal deck? What crystal deck is it? Because there's a couple that I've gotten recently that I really like. This is the Mists of Avalon Oracle. Mists of Avalon is one of the reasons that I became pagan. Not the reason, but one of the reasons that I became pagan. So anything that has anything to do with Mists of Avalon, I of course love. Blue gold stone reminds me of a night sky. I'm loving, I don't know what it is. There's blue gold stone. I found a ton lately that, by Margaret Ann Limbo. I'll have to look that one up. Do I have that one? All right, now I'm so curious I have to go look. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Watch, my internet will go down because it's like, nope, you looked too long. Oh, she has lots. She has quite a few. I'm picky when it comes to gemstone decks. I know, me too. I have not, I have not found a bunch that I like, so I am normally really picky about it too. So let's see. Oh, she has quite a few. Animal Allies and Gemstone Guardians cards. All right, now you got me. I'm going to have to go look some of them up here. Oh, you know what? I have seen a different deck of hers that I really liked too. And it wasn't that one, but what the heck was it? All right, I'm going to have to look it up on my own time so I don't bore y'all, but yeah, that looks good. Goldstone. I have found a bunch of goldstone recently, blue goldstone that looks purple. It's got so many sparkles in it that it looks purple. So here is the book. Again, I don't know. This is probably the first time I'm opening the book. I'm sure it's lovely. I just am not a book reader when it comes to decks. 99% of my decks, the books never get opened. Just because I think I'm better intuitively when I don't read up on it. There's a couple decks that, end up to be the exception to that rule, but here's the backs of the cards. Love it. The Triskel with spirals in it. So this is the Abbey, number 1. And it says interconnectedness, shared blessings, purpose, and serenity all the way around. I got this deck, and in truth, I don't know if I've ever looked at it. Isn't that terrible? The tour. Someday I swear I'm going to Glastonbury to see the tour. I just realized how quiet it is. You aren't hollering at Xena, screaming at the cat to get out of the window. There are no kids swearing in the background, right? I know it. I'm telling you. And no Nancy. Like, Nancy's not calling up to anybody. There's no, I can't even, there's not, like, doors slamming. It's weirdly quiet. I haven't ever seen the movie Mists of Avalon. It's a good movie. I'll tell you, the book is way better, of course. The book is one of the reasons that I am pagan, without a doubt. It's, I would say, I had already started my path when I read it, but it deepened my my hunger to find my way on this path, for sure. I highly, highly recommend that book. And we can talk about the controversy of the author, if that's something that you guys want to talk about at some point. But she's dead. And as far as I'm concerned, that means that she specifically is not garnering any of the proceeds from the book. And as a matter of fact, her daughter, who is the person who was abused, and that's why the controversy is there, is the person who benefits from buying the book. So to me, I still gain knowledge from the book and insight, and I love the book. That doesn't mean I love the author, but it does not bother me at all to support her daughter. I think it would have been different if she was alive when I bought the book and if I knew about the controversy. it would have been different, but I didn't. And I have no problem with supporting the book at this point. So that's my thoughts on the whole controversy. Other than that, if you don't know about the controversy, have I read the entire series? I haven't read the entire series. I have read several of them. The first three, I believe it's 3 books, were by Marion Bradley. And then she had a co-author for the 4th and 5th book, I think. And then beyond that, it was the co-author overtook the books and wrote the rest of them herself. The controversy is there was some horrible abuse that Marion Bradley and I believe her husband put onto their daughter. And it's a horrible, awful situation. And if she was alive and getting any proceeds from that book or from those books, I definitely would say do not buy the book. Do not support it. But her daughter specifically is the one who the proceeds now go to victims of abuse. See, there you go. And so specifically, so because of that, I have no problem in the world. Yeah, it was the husband. Thank you, Trisha. I was pretty sure, but I didn't want to say for sure without remembering. It was an awful, awful situation. But that book deepened my love for spirit and my want for knowledge of spirit. So I however that book came about, for me, that book was meant to be written so that thousands of people, if not millions, could be on the path that we're on. And I'm glad now that the proceeds go to such a good cause. And that's what I will say about it. But again, if it works for you, it works. The Isle of Avalon. So these specifically have to do with Glastonbury. There's the Chalice Well. A lot of the book talks about the images and sights that you can see at Glastonbury. Yes, a lot of people did not know that. I did not know anything about the controversy when I first read the books. And then, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to think if it was on a live or if someone that I had mentioned the book on a video, I think maybe said something to me about the controversy and I didn't know anything about it and had to go look it up. If it works for you, it works. Ashley, I'm going to start making t-shirts, I swear. I agree, Trisha. Me too. This is Honor. This is the Camelot card. I'm thinking I like this deck. I love this deck. And because I feel a very strong affinity for Avalon, for Avalonian tradition. I was a sisterhood, in the Sisterhood of Avalon for a long time. The Holy Thorn. I love this card. See the labyrinth at the bottom of the tree? I do too, Rowena. Oh my goodness, that is on my my list. There's some things that I want to do in my life, and Glastonbury is definitely one of them. I need to visit the tour and the Chalice Well, and I want to spend a solstice in at Stonehenge. I want to be in Scotland for Samhain or Beltane. There's traditions that I want to do in my life, and that's definitely one of them. I'm making a spirit doll, earth-based around Demeter. That's awesome. Do you have videos on your experiences? Trisha, I think I do. I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I've talked about that. So if I don't, I would love to make some. The Sacred Grove. The Sisterhood of Avalon, if you don't know, is run by Janai Talandu, who's an author. She is the head priestess of the Sisterhood. And it is very intense, in-depth study. I will tell you that it is not for the faint of heart as far as time. I felt bad. I didn't get as much out of it as I know someday I will. And I do believe that someday I will go back into it and get more out of it. There is a lot of in-depth studying and learning to do. And it is a wonderful, absolutely wonderful group to be a part of. I really enjoyed myself, and I found myself wishing that I had more time because the amount of knowledge that they share is absolutely wonderful. And her books are amazing. She has a book, I believe, called Sisters of Avalon, and several others. And good luck spelling. Her name is like Jeh. Yep, it's never gonna happen. But if you look up the High Priestess of the Sisters of Avalon, you will find her books there. The Other World. Hi, Cass. Is there a Brothers of Avalon? There is not. It is very specifically for women. And those who identify as women. So I would say I'm surprised that there hasn't been a masculine version of that. If you read Mists of Avalon, you may see why, though. It is a very feminine based spirituality. Anyways, there's Excalibur. So start one, exactly. It would be cool to start one with Merlin and Arthur and Gawain and all of that. The Holy Grail. Look at that dragon card. Oh my goodness, Cass, you came on at a perfect time. Holy moly, that is gorgeous. So, and around the cards, there's 4 keywords here. Strength, integration, power, and pathfinder. So around each card, there is 4 different keywords. All right, I may need to open up the book for this one, I'll be honest with you, because there's a lot of in-depth stuff here. Sacred Union. Oh, I love that. Gorgeous. That's beautiful. The Mists of Avalon, which is exactly how I picture it. Yes. Thank you. It is the perspective of the women. Morgan Le Fay. Oh, look at her. Holy moly. Look at, I love her hair. Looks like feathers. How stunning. Sorry, you have me looking at Amazon. It's okay. Oh. Gorgeous. Lady of the Lake. I did say I know that I wasn't going to, show every card, but Merlin. So, and again, I know I've talked before, there's, the Sisterhood of Avalon follows, basically, the story of Camelot and the book, The Mists of Avalon, and that kind of thing. There is a historical aspect of all of this also that I find extremely interesting because I'm a history buff. I love that part of it. So Merlin is actually the Merlin. In historical references, the Merlin was, it was a title. It was a title that many different people held for their kings. And so it was the magician, the advisor, the spiritual advisor of the king. So the Merlin was a title that many different people held. The famous Merlin is, his name was Taliesin. And he is the Merlin. He's the Merlin that we think of when we think of King Arthur and Camelot and Avalon and all of that was Taliesin. And he was a bard also who wrote down many of the stories, and hence that's where we get the Merlin, what we know to be Merlin. King Arthur, Guinevere, Igraine, and look, yay, it's an Irish wolf hound, which I still, try to convince my husband to let me get an Irish wolf hound. Will not be able to put it down. I know, exactly. You get so enthralled with the whole world of Avalon that it's really, oh, and look, Taliesin. Speaking of which, Gawain was meant to have met the Green Knight a bit north of me. That's so cool. At Lud's Church, a hermit's cave. Pictures. I want pictures, Thomas. I know. I'm telling all of you who live in England, I just am so envious. Stephen and Simon, they both live kind of at opposite ends, I think, of Sherwood Forest, or close to Sherwood Forest, and Glastonbury is, and all of you have all these cool, interesting stories, and here we are in America, 200 years old, and that's it. So our stories are, are passed down. Our stories are great, but we get Native American stories that are passed down by word of mouth that not enough people know about. It's great when we get to hear of those stories, but so many of the tribes hold their stories so close, and I don't blame them, because we came in and did horrible things to them. So why would they want to share their heritage with us, right? But it's so interesting to hear those stories that are thousands of years old. My dog's a kennel. Just dropping by to say thanks. You helped me pass my senior year with your alchemist readings. Yay! Well, congratulations. That is awesome. He was birthed by Caradwyn after she ate him while he was a grain and she was a chicken. Yes. I just bought the book. Avalon Within. Yes, that is the book by the creator of the Sisterhood of Avalon. Avalon Within. That's it, Rowena. Simon said that's where he lives, which I believe he said Nottingham was built on like 800 different caves. I know, it's just so cool. Peter sure did a great painting for the house. Leanne says you did a great painting for the house. I'll show you if you want. It's around the corner. I love this painting. It's one of my favorites he's done now. Oh, and Scott said we need to put them up in the shop. So this was the first painting Peter did in the new house. Isn't that awesome? If I go on a hike around there next, I'll take pictures. Yay! Yes, please. Yes, yes. Yes, and Peter painted Ben's drum. Ben just got a new drum, and Peter painted the green man on Ben's drum. Love it. So I keep insisting I'm not going to show all of these cards. And then I kind of do. I know he has his own place to paint. Finally, I have a witchy room. He has this awesome painting room. It's just awesome. So Mists of Avalon Oracle deck. There is there. I want a green man. Let us know, you guys, what you'd like to see Peter paint, because he's going to start putting them up at the shop, I think. And he would be happy to paint some for you. Is it nice? The Avalon Oracle. The Avalon Oracle I love it. It is very, very, I don't know how to describe this. It is very specific to the Sisters of Avalon. So if you have never been a part of the Sisterhood of Avalon, if you are interested in the Sisterhood of Avalon, though, it may be a good introduction into how the sisterhood works, like the hierarchy of the sisterhood and how they move from one, when you're in one spiritual plane, and then as you learn, you get to go on the barge. They call it the barge, and then you go across the Mist of Avalon, and then you get to the shore, and there's a different plane that then you learn about that plane. So it is very specific to the Sisterhood of Avalon. If the Sisterhood of Avalon is something that you're interested in, I would highly recommend the Oracle, because it will help you learn the hierarchy and the way that the sisterhood works. If that's not something that you're interested in, though, I would say it's probably not the Oracle for you, because it is very much based around the sisterhood and how they work. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me show, I'm going to go to a tarot deck, because while it's still June, I want to make sure I get to, yay, the Pride Tarot, which I love this deck, and I've been waiting to show it so I could shuffle it, because I don't shuffle my decks until I've showed them. So the Pride Tarot is from U.S. Games. It is in a tuck box, which I will be honest with you is not the greatest tuck box. Is kind of falling apart on me, and I'm going to end up putting it to the side so I don't ruin it. It is a collaborative deck, and it is, how many different artists? I never remember now. Hold on. It is 45 different artists that have come together to celebrate Pride. And the book is great. The book talks about the different artists and what they have done before. So if you're interested in the decks that they have published before, some of them are U.S. Games publisher or artists. Some of them are not. So the information card here, by the way, this is the back. Love, love, love the back. Love is love. Love is love. And it is reversible. See? Love is love. Love is love. Love is love. Love is love. The information card here says, on March 31st, 2017, Gilbert Baker, the creator of the iconic rainbow flag, which this is the other information card here, sadly passed away. Mr. Baker was both an LGBTQ activist and artist, and was known for helping friends create banners for protests and marches. To honor the memory of Gilbert Baker, New Fest and New York City Pride partnered with Font Self to create a free font inspired by the design language of the iconic rainbow flag. The font was named Gilbert after Mr. Baker. Gilbert is proudly used throughout Pride Tarot. So just awesome. I love the backs of the deck is signed by all the artists. I don't know if you can see that really. But all of the artists signed the back, so that they are all on there and represented on there. I know. And I just love this deck. I love this deck. And I'm really happy I can show it so that now I can actually use it. Now that June is almost over, I can use it and enjoy it. Because I believe it's going to be a great reading deck. Magician. High Priestess. You will probably recognize the artist's name is at the bottom of each card. You'll probably recognize the art if you are a tarot enthusiast. A lot of these you will be able to recognize. But if it can be either way, does that mean there are no reversals? No, it means there can be reversals. Because you can reverse it. And that means you can't tell. Which is perfect. The Empress. Love, 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 love this Empress. Really gorgeous Empress. Love that. The name of the artist that did this particular card will be on the bottoms of each of the cards. The Emperor. They are inclusive, obviously. They are inclusive to me in every way. They are inclusive in body shape, body size, body type, body gender, race, religion. I see inclusivity in everything, which is awesome. This is the creator of the Urban Tarot, and this card specifically is what started the deck. This was last year's New York City Pride Parade. And that image specifically was the idea that Robin Scott got for this deck. That created the inspiration, this image, for this deck. So what an awesome image. Gets me a little choked up because it's really important. Such a wuss lately. Yes, Pride Month is almost over, which I feel terrible because, you know, it's been a different kind of Pride Month, right? It's not a Pride Month that we can celebrate the way we normally would. The Chariot. Anybody guess who the Chariot is fashioned after? Yeah, we should be celebrating it every day. For sure. I'm trying to wait for the lag before I ruin it for everybody. This card is created in the image of Caitlyn Jenner. Strength. What an awesome, look at that. Oh, look at that image. Jeez. What a freaking gorgeous image. I love the rainbow and her tail. Bye, Ed. Thanks for coming, honey. Just, oh, amazingly gorgeous. Hermit. By the way, Zillick Tarot, Ben and Bob, when they were over here, I was trying to remember some of the tarots in a tin that I have because I can't find some of my tins. And the Zillick Tarot is one that I have in a tin that I haven't found yet. Yes, many friends and a few family. I celebrate with them. Awesome. Every day is Lesbian Lover Day. Woohoo! Yeah, I adore this deck. I really do. Wheel of Fortune. As Dana said, it's not who you love that matters, it's who you are. These days especially, we need to be there for one another. Whew, for sure. Isn't that the truth? The Justice card. Now this card is done by Katrin Wellstein. She has a deck that she is working on that I hope will be coming out either later this year or early next year. That I am, as Dana once said, rat pussy. Woohoo! Rat pussy. That I'm super excited about. The cards that I've seen from this deck that she's creating, I am in love with. So I can't wait till she comes out with it. Jolie did the Hanged Man. This is one of my favorites of the deck. I love, 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 love the balance of this card. Did I mention that I love it? Love it. Love it, love it. So let's look at it. Right side up. Here we have this very androgynous. Love the long hair. Love the breast covered on one side and the pec here on the other. I just adore this card. The apple in one hand, the egg in the other. All right, Estelle. Thank you. I love this card. Love it. Did I mention that I love this card? Just in case somebody didn't hear that I love this card. Death card. I love. Come on, he's holding a pride flag. Are you kidding me? I love the roses here at the bottom. The white horse. Love, 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 love. Here's my link again. Just, I adore this deck. And I know I'm trying not to spend so much time. We're over an hour here. Here's the devil. But this is such a great deck. It's hard not to spend time on it. Tower. The star. This is... All right, look at the star card. Come on. Look at how gorgeous this star card is. The stars from underwater and I love this whole deck. I love this whole deck. I'm really glad I'm finally showing this deck so that I can use it, because every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Here's the moon. Gorgeous. It's on my wish list now that I'm actually seeing this. It's need. It really is. It's so good. So good. So good. The sun card. This is what's on the front of the box. And come on. I mean, usually we get creepy baby. Now we have creepy, awesome, vomiting rainbow sun. That's awesome. Come on. Love creepy, vomiting rainbow sun. Love it. Judgment. The World. That is the best sun card, see? And some of you may recognize this is the World card from the Next World Tarot. Love this one too. I adore this card. So glad that they just kind of left this one, even though it is in another deck. I love the Next World Tarot. That's one of my favorites. And I love that they kept that for that. Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. I'm going to try to flip through somewhat quickly. Three of Swords. Some of these. It's Hexen, right? It does look like Hexen. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. By the way, awesome. Five of Swords. Look at the name. Love this name. Devon, Khalil, Fairies. You rock it out, whoever they are. Woo! Six of Swords. Right? They really are. Seven of Swords. Hello! Look at that Seven of Swords. Could there be a more perfect Seven of Swords? I think not. That is a fucking amazing. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. I may be a tad tiny bit biased. This is by Liz Houston. This is the last tarot deck that we're going to show is by Liz Houston, the Dream Keepers. So if you like this style, hang on. That's the last tarot deck we're going to show. 9 of Swords. This is my card. Gorgeous. This is by the Zillick Tarot, Christine Zillick. Christine Zillick did the Zillick Tarot creator. I like that deck a lot. It's a little bit different though. 10 of Swords. Whew. It's a good one. Page. Knight. I'm sorry to run through these. Queen. Hello, Queen. I'm still not sure if Jen likes this deck. Right? I know I'm kind of ambiguous about how this deck is to me. But I assure you, I love this deck. King. All right, I'm not going to go through all of them, guys. Look at the 3 of Wands. That's obviously from the Hush Tarot. Good one, right? Look at the 4. Oh, come on. Look at that 4. Look at that 4. Look at and love it. As I do. I'm so excited at just the whole imagery. This is just one of those perfect decks. 6. Look at the 6. Yes. Talk about victory. And by the way, did you all see the Supreme Court decision? Yes. Screw you people who want to take rights away. Kiss our asses. The Supreme Court upheld that transgendered people have their rights are included in the Constitution. So kiss my ass, you discriminatory bastards. Just in case you were wondering how I felt about that. 7 of Wands. All right, I got to keep going. I'm sorry. 9 of Wands. But they're so cool. Look at that 9. That's awesome. Look at the page. Come on. I just can't. I can't stop. Much better than a stabbed body, right? Look at that Page of Wands. Woohoo! I love it. Ugh. It's just such a good deck. Here's the Queen of Wands. Amazing. It truly is an absolutely incredible deck. Wait, can't help it. Look at the 3 of Cups. Oh, yes. I mean, you just can't. Here, the 4 of Cups, Robin Scott, again, the Urban Tarot. Creator of the Urban Tarot is Robin Scott. Here's the 4 of Cups. The 5. I'm in love with this deck in every way. The 7. They put as many fucking rainbows in this deck as they possibly could, right? And I'm sorry, I love them for it. Love them. Look at the 9. Oh, that's gorgeous. The 10. Oh, this deck. All right, this one makes me cry. You know, when you see yourself in a deck, sometimes it's hard to be objective. It's amazing. Okay. It's an awesome deck. I'm just saying. Oh, all right. Another one that makes me cry. Because I've told you before, I want to be mama to all LGBTQ plus people. Because anyone who did not have a good coming out story, I feel like just redo it with me and I'll make it perfect. It's okay. I will do what should have been done, which is to hug you and say, it's okay, I accept you, and I love you for who you are, and I don't give a shit about who you love, and give me a big hug, and let's go to Pride. You know, like, I just want that for all people who have to have a coming out story. I want that. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. All right. I'm done. I'm so trying to be done. Page of Pentacles. Love it. Love it. Queen. Look at that queen. Holy moly. That's gorgeous. Who did that? Hannah Fofana. Hannah Fofana. Hannah Fofana. Be by Bobana Fana. That's awesome. Yeah. Amazing deck. So I highly recommend Pride Tarot. Highly recommend Pride Tarot. Hugs. I love giving hugs. You know I love hugs. Because I love you all. I will be mama to all of you. Without any problems. Yes, True Blood Lafayette. Yes. Who I love. Like, one of my favorite scenes ever is him shoving the AIDS burgers into the idiot, redneck, ridiculous mouth of the ridiculous. I know. I can't believe that he died. That was just the saddest thing. Kills me. So there is the link for the Pride Tarot. All right. Next. Whew, happy Pride. Next is the Dream Keepers Tarot. So this is a deck that this came out. This is the 3rd edition now. I missed the first one completely. Didn't know anything about the deck. The second one I started to get a clue of very late, and I missed. By the time I figured out what it was, I missed the deck. This is now the 3rd edition of the Dream Keepers. This is Liz Houston. And so I made sure that I got myself a copy of the Dream Keepers Tarot finally when the 3rd edition came out. And here is the link to get the 3rd edition, which is this. Again, I'm going to try not to show every card. Here is the backs of the decks. It is a great deck. I really like the deck a whole lot. It is not a reversible deck. That's okay by me. Hi, Sherry. You can buy it without a book, in which case you get a little white book kind of thing with just a little bit of information, which is okay. And because I'm a collector, even though I probably will not read the book, you can also buy a book, which gives you more information about it. And I really, because I paid extra to have the book, should probably read it. It would be a good idea for me to read it. I may even try. Knowing me, I probably will not get through it because that's just me. But I may try because I actually did buy it. They just announced mandatory face masks. Good. Yay. Good for Washington State. Okay, the backs of the deck. They are borderless and they are stunning. Can I just say that this is a stunning deck? Guess it's a misdemeanor if you don't. That's awesome. Because I'm sorry, wearing a mask is not for you, by the way. Just so you understand. Wearing a mask is for everyone else because you can have the disease without knowing that you have it. So when you are in a crowded room and you wear a mask, that ensures that your cough, sneeze, etc. Would stay with you and not spread it to other people. But I have breathing issues. I totally understand that, Finesse. I do. I totally understand that. That is a little bit different. I still would hope that you do your best, and you know, that's all we can ask for those people who have breathing issues, and really to stay out of public gatherings that are close-knit. We shouldn't be having close-knit public gatherings where there's lots and lots and lots of people in close quarters, you know? That's really the solution to that. Here is the Fool. These cards are stunning. Stunning. Thank you, Catherine. Hi, honey. Here is the Creatrix, or the High Priestess. Look at her. See the bubbles on the sides that are connected to her? Love this deck. Magician. I said High Priestess. That's the Magician, the Creatrix. Number 2, the High Priestess. The symbolism is rampant with this deck, just so you know. Went to Walmart the other day. Over half the people were not wearing masks, and it's honestly so upsetting. Okay, so I have to say, I must admit that there have been a few times that I have been to a store and people were not wearing masks and got fairly close to me. And I'm trying to be nice. Nice is the wrong. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. But I have very closely wanted to turn around and say, my child is going through cancer treatments. No, that's not true. But I'm trying to instill in people that you are wearing the mask for others. You are not wearing the mask for yourself. You're wearing the mask so that you do not infect others if you have it and don't know. And if you come in contact with someone who is going through chemotherapy, who is immune compromised, how dare you think you're better than that person? To me, that is arrogance at a huge level. A huge level that should not happen. So that's all I'm going to say on that topic. I'm going to try not to get on my soapbox as much as I can. The Empress. Look at this gorgeous Empress. We're wearing a mask for my dad. Yes. Yes, yes. Exactly. I had to tell 2 younger people to back up who didn't have on masks and were way too close in line. See? When some people have the mask on under their nose, it defeats the purpose. Yes, absolutely. And look, I will tell you that you get more used to wearing the mask the more you wear it. When this first started, I was not a fan of wearing the mask. I did because I was in healthcare, and I will do what is necessary. But I know at first it's hard to get used to. I'm not a person that likes to, at night, I have to push the pillow off my face and stuff. I'm not a person that likes stuff right in my face. I don't like that. But you do get more used to it. Can you paint a sun and moon scene? Absolutely, Jenny. You absolutely get more used to it. Here's the Hierophant. The Lover's card, which is gorgeous. I love that card. The more you wear it, the more you do not feel like you're suffocating. I have heard ridiculous comments about how if you breathe your own carbon dioxide is not good for you. That's true if you, for hours and hours a day, only breathe the breath that you gave out. But let's be honest, no one is doing that. You're not going into a store for hours and hours a day. You're going into, and I'm talking like 12. It is not harmful if you are doing it for an hour at a time. It's not. That's a lie. What was that show? You Are the Weakest Link. That's what I think of. The Chariot. The Amazon will have a Nightmare Before Christmas deck in September. Yes. And I have already pre-ordered. I will tell you that I think it was $22 when I pre-ordered. The earlier you pre-order, the cheaper it is. It usually starts going up when they see how much interest is in a deck. The price starts going up. So if you pre-order now, it was $22 when I pre-ordered. I don't know what it's up to now, if it's changed at all, but yeah, I pre-ordered, definitely. Yeah, surgical teams laugh at that misconception. I know. Otherwise, those, heart surgeons who are in surgery for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours would be dropping dead. That doesn't happen. I'm in healthcare as well, and because I don't get the flu shot, I have to wear a mask. Exactly. And you just get used to it. You really do. Here is the Hermit. Isn't this a gorgeous deck? It's very ethereal. I love that she's staring at the reflection of herself. So talk about going inward, that inward journey of the Hermit. It's really great. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. For this, it is the Fates. The Fates. Justice. I love this Justice card. The white and red. The book in one hand, the sword in another. There's 4 hands here. Love, love, love. Love these cards. I do too. This is a deck that I really, really think is beautiful. A Hanged Woman. I love that she's faceless. Yes, no face for Justice, right? Death. And come on. She's got the snake wrapped around her. The veil. I just adore this. This whole deck is like this, just so you know. I'm not going to go through every card again, because I still have one more deck that I'm going to try to get through. Temperance. This is the Devil. The Tower, again, one of those really stunningly beautiful cards. Just amazingly beautiful. The Star, that one of my favorites of this deck is the Star. The images in this deck are just, really stunning. Artwork. Truly artwork. The Moon. Oh my goodness, you're such an enabler. I'm sorry, Rochelle, I'm sorry. All right, I'm not really sorry, but I'm a little bit sorry. The Sun, look at that. I love her hand here around his face. It's just so gorgeous. This is Liz Houston. Dreamkeeper's Tarot. Judgment. The World, and then I'll look at a couple specific cards in the minors here. Look at the Four of Wands. Love that they are created from what looks like tree bark. I've been buying way too many books, crystals, and tarot decks while in quarantine. I hear ya. It's one of those things that we've been doing to keep our sanity, right? The Five of Wands. What a great Five of Wands. Yes, please hit that like button, people. Gosh, there's so many great ones. Here's the Eight of Wands. Look at, she's riding on one of the wands. Has butterfly wings, just stunning. The Ten of Wands. There's just so many beautiful cards here. Look at the 10. Just gorgeousness. Truly gorgeous. Here's the Two of Cups. Beautiful images. The Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Can't help it. They're so damn cute. The Page of Cups. We have to show the fish because it's her. Beautiful. Thank you, Sunday. Here's my swords. Here is the Three of Swords. Love the shadow on the table. The shadow head. Because, you know, there is no thinking. There's no ability to think when you have that tragic occurrence. The Rest card, Four of Swords. Remind me, Finesse, and I will pull out some of my Demeter decks for you. Nine of Swords. Here's my Nine of Swords card. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that we are looking through a realm. And you see the writing. And see the dark shadow. Talk about symbology here. Truly. Ten of Swords. Let's see. Let's do Six of Pence. Luxury with the Nine of Pence. Just really, truly an amazing. And then she signs every deck. There's a signature card here at the end. She signs every single deck. That is the last tarot deck. We have one more deck to get through, guys. You're doing great. An hour and 30 minutes. You guys have been doing great. Here is, once again, there is the link for the Dream Keepers. And then the last tarot deck is the Fallen Angels Oracle. This was an out-of-print deck that recently got re-released. So now is your time to get the Fallen Angel Oracle deck. It is a 72 card deck that if you look on eBay and stuff and you try to find like a first edition, they're ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously expensive. Comes with the book. Just cleaned up an old jewelry box. I had to store some oils I bought, maybe some powder. Nice. It's got some spreads. It's got the meanings of the cards in here. It's a good book, right? Here is the backs of the deck. This is the Fallen Angels Oracle. Fallen Angels, guys, what does that mean to you? We're talking about demonology. We're talking about fallen angels. We're talking about the shadow sides of angels, guardians, guides. Here we have Baal, secrecy. Again, backs of the deck. Beautiful images. Aggress, strength and turmoil. Perfect, Hannah. That's perfect. Marbus, discovery. I like the feel for this deck is like that dark vampire kind of feel. Proof loss, revolution. Sounds like Out of Balance channel. Amon, vision, diplomacy. I really do like the imagery of this deck is cool. It's that fall kind of imagery, the darkness. What's the Vampire Tarot that's I've edged in red. That's one of Hexen's favorite decks there. I love that. Barbados, Spirit of Nature. Bure, help and healing. Fusion, choice. Bodis, justice. So these are known demons, known demon entities, known fallen angels. And was out of print for many, 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 many years. Very hard to get a hold of. Ian Daniels. Yes, Donna, thank you. That's the feeling of this deck, that dark vampire-y feeling, right? Hard deck to get a hold of until they re-released it recently. So if it's a deck you want to get a hold of, now is your shot. If you look on eBay and stuff, you will see how crazy these cards were going for. Danger. At like thousands of dollars. I was trying to get a copy for a while and I gave up. Upheaval. Celebration. So that gives you a feel. Again, I'm not going to show all of the cards, but it gives you a feel for the deck. And there are 72. Really, exhaustion. Oh, I love that one. Look at that. Is the epitome of exhaustion. Illusion. Some really neat looking cards. Danger of loss. I really like this deck a lot. Upheaval. So it's a lot of shadow working. It's a good deck for fall when you start your shadow work to really keep an eye on what you're working on. And sometimes you're bringing stuff up that you need some help with, or that you're not even realizing that you're bringing up. So it's a good deck to keep an eye on what it is you are bringing up. Okay. All right. I hope that this catches us up somewhat, so that I can now hopefully go from here. I may find one or two decks that I kind of forgot that I have not unboxed, but at least now I can hopefully start using a lot of these decks, so that I can let you know how they are they good working decks, that kind of thing. All of these links will be in the down bar after this video loads, so if you're looking for any of the decks and they are available on Amazon, they will be, my links will be in the down bar. And if they are not available on Amazon, then the links will be there. If they're Amazon links, it means that I get a couple pennies usually if you order through my link. You don't have to pay anything extra, but I get a very, very small percentage of it. I thank you guys for joining me in my new house. I'm so excited. Hexen, I will be messaging you so we can figure out when to do the next admin interview, which will be Hexen. And then we will be starting, I don't know for sure next Tuesday, but within the next couple Tuesdays. I will be the Demeter deck. I'm going to look for it and I will let you know next time. And I can message Finesse also, but I will be looking for it and I'll let you know what I find. I won't be starting Tarot Tuesday, obviously, tonight. I probably will be honest with you, I probably won't start it next week. It'll probably be the following week that we restart Tarot Tuesday. But I will let you guys know for sure. And I will be doing videos more often now. We're starting to get settled in enough that I can at least do some videos a couple times a week, okay? I love you guys. I missed you all so much. I'm so glad to be back and be enjoying myself with you guys. Join us on Mystic Dragon's Lair on Tuesdays for Nooners. And normally their normal sale is Saturday night at 10 o'clock on their Facebook page. Click the like button, click subscribe if you aren't already, and hopefully YouTube will, when they feel like it, will let you know when I'm coming on. I love you guys. Have a great night.